Exodus 15 has Ni Dagusha as its note for verse 1. Ki Dagusha as its note for verse 11. Gi Dagusha as its note for verse 13. Ki Dagusha as its note for verse 16. Ki Dagusha as its note for verse 17. And Gi Dagusha as its note for verse 21. And isn't this the song that's very famous for having a version of it in the Prince of Egypt Disney movie? Of course, it was famous for before that, but it was included in that, so it's very important devotional in some communities. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto God as a noun and verb, and spake, saying, I will sing unto God as noun and verb, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. God as a noun and verb is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my deity, and I will adorn him, my Father's deity, and I will exalt him. God as a noun and verb is an individual of war. God as a noun and verb is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the sea of reeds. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O God as a noun and verb, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O God as noun and verb, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together. The floods stood upright as an heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind. The sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O God as a noun and verb, amongst those that they call gods? Who is like thee? Glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders. Thou stretchest out thy right hand. The earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Philistia. There was a town among them that had a similar name, just like calling them Canaanites. There was like one town of Cani or something. But it was kind of not Canny. something that they kind of twisted a little bit. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amassed, the mighty men of Moab. Trembling shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thine arm they shall be as still as a stone, till thy people pass over. O God is noun and verb. Till the people pass over, which thou hast purchased, thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance, in the place, O God is noun and verb, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O God is noun and verb, which thy hands have established. God is noun and verb shall reign forever and ever. For the horsemen of Pharaoh went in with its chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and God is noun and verb brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam the prophetess, because women can be spiritually gifted too, bringing out the inner fruit individual. The sister of Aaron took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye unto God is noun and verb, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Sea of Reeds. It doesn't translate as an ocean. Well, we've gone over that before, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah. And people murmured against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? And he cried unto God as noun and verb. And God as noun and verb showed him a tree, and he had cast it into the waters, and the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them. So it was the ordinance of this place with the Marah, or Marwa. I think there was a wow in there at some point. It's hard to tell with the dots. And said, If thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of God as noun and verb, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to the commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am God as noun and verb that healeth thee. And they came to Elim, where there were 12 wells of water, and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters. And Ilm is pale, an arch, a parched place, like, the desert. It's also related to power, protection, strength. And it's connected to Ale, the female deer, or other female critters of that category, other than just deer. Ale is a hart, a stag, strength, might, lintel, oak, post, ram, tree, chief, anything strong. And Azi Shir Masha Wabni Yashral at Hashira Hazat Lihwa We Amru Lammer Ashira Lihwa Ki Gah Sus Workabu Vermah Beam Azi Wizmert Yah Wihi Li Shua Zah Ali Wanuhu Alhi Abi Warm Nahu Yahweh Ish Mulchma Yahweh Shemu Merkabat Pur'ah Wachilu Yerah Beam Wam Butcher Shulshu Thab'aw Beam Suth Tahma Yuk Si Mu Yirdu Bumtsulat Kamar Aben Yam Yanuk Yahweh Nadri Bekach Yam Yanuk Yahweh Ter'atz Awib Wab Rib Gaunuk Tahras Kamik Tashlach Chernuk Yaklamu Kakash Wabruch Apik Narmu Mim Natsbu Kamu Gad Neslim Kapau Tahmat Bulb Yum Amr Awib Artif Ashib Achlaq Shalol Tamlamu Napshi Arik Chirbi Turishimu Yedi Nashput Baruchuk Kasmu Yam Tulu Kaupert Bamim Adirim Mi Kumka Balm Yahweh Mi Kumka Nadur Bakdash Nura Tahlet Asha Pala Nasit Yam Yanuk Tabalamu Arts Nachit Butch Sadurk Zu Galit Nahlat Bazak Al Nuah Qadshak Shem'aw Amim Yergazun Chil Atches Yashbi Polshet as Nabhalu Alupi Adum Eli Muab Yachzamu Rad Namgu Ko Yishbi Kanan Tepel Aliham Amata Wapchad Bugdol Zruak Yadmu Kaban Ad Yapur Amak Yahwa Ad Yapur Amzu Kanit Tabamu Wat Thamu Bahar Nach Latak Makun Lach Batak Palat Yahwa Makdash Adni Kunu Yadik Yahwa Malik Lalam Wad Kiba Sus Per Per Kabu Web Pershu Beam Wishab Yahwa Alham At Mi Him Wabni Yashral Helku Bibshah Batuk Him Wapkach Marim Hanbiyah Atchut Ahran At Hetaf Bida Watsan Kol Henshim Atshur Yah But Pim Wab Muchlet Wat An Laham Marim Shiru Li Wah Ki Gah Gah Sus Warkabu Ramah Beam Wisa Masha At Yashral Mim Suf Witsau Al Madbur Shur Wilku Shulshat Yum Yum Bumdabur Wallah Matsau Mim We Bow Murta Wallah Yaklu Lashtat Mim Mamra Ki Marim Hum Alkan Gra Shemah Marah Wilnu Ham Al Mashah Lamar Mah Nashta Witzak Al Yahwa Rahu Yahwa Atz Wishlak Al Hamim We Matqu Hamim Shamsham Lu Chuk Wam Shapath Washum Nasu We Amr Shemwa Tushma Laqul Yahwa Al Hik Wah Yasher Bayan you Tasha Wah Aznat Lam Tsutiu Wash Mert Kul Chukyu Kul Hamchala Asher Shamti Bamtsrim La Ashim Al Ik Ki Ani Yahwa Rabak We Bow Elamah Washim Shatim Ashra Ainat Mim Washbayim Tamrim Wichnu Shem Al Hamim. Getting quite rumbly and tumbly. And one of the things that we have here is, so excuse of all that. Before we get into another word, let's remember that this is a really good passage for the, Passover readings. Some have the song in their seders. Aub, otherwise than whether either if the least desired alternative, if, and a we is crying out after lamentation, alas, woe, and Aub is a enemy, hostile, opposite party. I mean, Abe, and Abe is enmity, hatred. Necromancy, something from a jar, is the Aub. So you put them together, serpent comes up. So basically they're saying the guy was possessed, was something that made him an enemy to him. Of course, possession is a choice of beliefs and actions. But remember, the jinn, the ancient Egyptians often talked about the jinn using the serpents and fire. So, that's what I mean by fire being. All these planetara gendered beings that aren't, the incarnate and clay body beings. That's what I mean. The